the E60 special on NXT Behind the Curtain. You watched it.
Yes, I did.
Thought it was phenomenal as much as I did, right?
Of course.
Thought it was excellent. I talked all about it on YouTube a couple days ago, so I won't go full in depth. But I liked your idea. The repackaging of Adam Rose. And you mentioned this. No, you didn't mention this actually on hashtag AskGSM. We were going to talk about it here today.
Yes.
And that was before you threw the idea out to me before Raw last night. And on Raw last night, you see Triple H, or was it Kane? I think it was Kane.
It was Kane.
Walking backstage, and all you see is him making out with Adam Rose. Rosa Mendez backstage. And that's it. That's the best thing they have for this guy.
It's terrible.
To follow up on the awesome mainstream attention that the special got on ESPN, which was heavily touted as a great special, that it was. And he was the star, not Adam Rose, not Leo Kruger, Ray LaPon.
I mean, imagine being a casual viewer and saying, "All right, I like this Ray LaPon guy a lot. I'm gonna go tune into Monday Night Raw." And you turn into Monday Night Raw, watch all 3 hours, start to finish, and you go, "Wait, was that Adam Rose kissing someone who's not his wife, who clearly he said he had a wife and kid, making out with some chick backstage?"
That's a good point.
That's the best thing they got for this guy, who I really fell in love with on ESPN. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this product, and it really is unfortunate. That's really, like, in a 3-hour show. The best thing they could do was a 2-second Kane looking at him, making out with Rosa Mendez, and then continue to walk. I mean, it's unfortunate. It really is.
And the guy is very talented.
He's a talented worker.
I'm not going to say he's the next world champion, but the guy is very good.
Yeah.
So on that note, it's one thing to say the way they're using him sucks. It's one thing to point that out and to criticize it. But we here on WrestleRant Radio, we offer suggestions. And I love John's suggestion. This is why he's a future creative writer at WWE, folks. This is why we are the bookings. John, go ahead and now throw out your idea.
Well, if you go back to Ask GSM edition 41 from August 25th, believe it or not, you and I talked about Adam Rose, and I spoke.
Did we really?
We did. There was a question that came in. It was like, "What do you think about Adam Rose and all the other goofy gimmicks going on right now?"
Wow,
something
okay.
of that nature.
I gotta watch that again.
I paraphrase, and I was very harsh, and I said that, like, "Oh, whatever. Adam Rose is a strikeout, whatever, but you need strikeouts to hit home runs with Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins. So he's just a strikeout." And after watching that E60 special, I feel bad because honestly, he's a great guy. Ray LaPon, obviously. He's a great guy. I can't say that I enjoy Adam Rose the character, but I enjoy the prospect of him rising to the top one day. I really think it's a cool story, especially after watching E60. But the idea that I pitched to you was one that I would love to email to freaking Vince McMahon right now, because by the time I'm in their board meetings, the production meetings, I'm sure he'll be well out of the WWE. But
TNA is Rio Luger.
But my idea was you have Adam Rose lose to any jobber you want on an episode of Raw. And he looks more dejected than usual about a loss. And you have Michael Cole and Adam Rose, man, he looks terrible out there. Just really sad about that loss. You have him go backstage, maybe an hour or so later, you have Triple H or Vince McMahon, whoever you want to put in there as the authority figure, call him into their office, but not call him Adam Rose, and say, "Hey, Ray, I need to talk to you." And they close the door, and then maybe we'll catch up with the conversation later. So when we finally go with the conversation, it's Triple H and Ray LaPon, not Adam Rose, going, "Hey, Ray, I love you. You're a great guy, great worker, but unfortunately, you're just not getting over." Kind of really using insider terms, breaking the fourth wall and just seeing a backstage conversation, like you're just not doing it for the fans. Your merch sales aren't up. No one's interested in you anymore, and it's really time. Just totally future endeavor him right there on live TV. So definitely a real problem for Adam Rose, Ray LaPon, and he'll kind of ask for a second chance, and Triple H will deny and say no, and Adam Rose, Ray LaPon will go, "No. If I lose my next match, you can future endeavor me. But until then, let me prove myself. Let me get out there and prove that I can be the best I can be." So now when he comes out, he's not Adam Rose. He's not coming out with the rosebuds. All right, he's coming out as Ray LaPon. He can wear the same gear, if he wants to, but he drops the accent. He drops the goofy gimmick. All right, and then he works his way up. He starts creating a succession of wins, getting on a little win streak. All right, and then now people are emotionally invested in him because they saw, and he could say to Triple H, "I have a family. Don't do this to me." Get people emotionally invested because people saw his son, they saw his wife, they see that Adam Rose or Ray LaPon, they see that he needs this. He needs this in his life, and that that would totally get a large base of people behind him. So then he starts creating a couple wins. He might, maybe get a WWE Championship shot after a lot of wins or something, and that would it would do wonders for his career. Because right now, making out with Rosa Mendes is not going to save his career. It is not. So
hashtag book it.
That was my idea.
That's all I gotta say. I already expressed to you before how great that idea was, how original it would be, and a great way to utilize Adam Rose, aka Ray Lupon, aka Leo Kruger, whatever the hell you want to call him. All I can say is hashtag book it. They just gotta listen, hopefully, to the show and book it themselves.
Because honestly, as much as you don't enjoy gimmicks, you don't want to wish any ill will to anyone working.
Of course not. No, exactly.
They've worked their entire lives to get to where they are now, and you really just want to see as many people break through as you can. Unfortunately, not everyone is going to be able to. But when they take their time, like had Adam Rose, Ray Lupon never been on this E60 special, no one would have cared if he left tomorrow. Absolutely no one would have cared. A few select people would, but they took the time to do this whole expose on Ray Lupon. All right, they could have done that on anyone, but they chose him. So obviously they're getting a swarm of people invested in him. Like, oh wow, he's a real person. He has real needs. He really needs to get through, break through, become a breakout star. So let's do this. Let's get behind him. But no one wants to see that when he's making out with Rosa Mendes backstage. So they took the time to get us invested through his E60 special, and now they're not even going to follow through on it. That's the unfortunate part right there.
Total waste. I mean, it's not surprising with this company, but it is a waste, though, nevertheless.